take us to Wembley, 2014. So that era that you were mainly talking about with Mark Hughes, then moved into the Harry Redknapp era, and that was very up and down. Well, very down and up, I suppose. So we've gone down, and then Wembley. What was that like? How was that whole experience? We know it's only your second favourite day of your career.
Yeah, but it's just because it's a high standard. But I remember going to the game. I was getting messages from people. I remember speaking specifically to Julian Lescott, saying, "Oh, this is so exciting! It's going to be great," because we're staying in the hotel directly across from Wembley, so you can see the arches. When you woke up in the morning, you can see the fans going in and all that. And he said, "Oh, it's a great day, but only if you win." And I remember thinking, that's a good point. And we obviously wanted to win, but it was like that sort of energy of saying, this could either be one of the best or worst days of your career, and you have to make sure it's one of the best. And being at Wembley was incredible. Being there, getting ready for the game. It's all coming down to this. The stadium was completely packed. I think there was a bit of rain just before kickoff, and obviously we were playing against Steve McLaren, who was basically our head coach at the start of the season, whilst Harry was having some knee surgery. So he would have known us inside and out. So now here's the matchup. Can we beat Derby, this young progressive team or whatever? And I think I remember we had to shake hands before kickoff. And I think Steve must have told him to just be really cold-faced and cold-hearted and all this. So they were thinking, oh, let's be tough at the start. Let's have the edge and so on. I was like, all right. Because it doesn't quite hit the same when you're looking at 18, 19, 20-year-olds trying to be all tough when you're in your mid-20s. But it's like, sure, whatever. Went into the game. We were doing okay. But that would kind of summed up the previous 2-3 months of our season. We were doing okay. We won games by being okay. I think at the start of the season, when Steve McLaren was there, we were playing some great football. We could argue it's probably some of the best football we played in my 6.5 years there. Having 400, 500, 600 passes, winning games 2-3, 4-0, free flow, and Charlie Austin was thriving. This was going well, that was going well. It was nice. But then that kind of changed over time. And, before we even went into that game and went into the playoffs, there was always this feeling like we should have been top of the league. We had the best squad in that league in that year, in my opinion. And it wasn't even, I don't think many people would argue against it. But I remember we needed to beat Leicester in December, and they managed to beat us 2-1 or something like that at Loftus Road. And then they went on this crazy run where they just didn't drop points, didn't lose any games. And we stumbled into the playoffs. And now we're in the final, stumbling again against a team that came in kind of hot and we're doing well. Then the red card comes. And I'll be honest with you here. So Gary O'Neill took the red card, but it was me that gave the ball away. So as I'm seeing Johnny Russell running towards goal, I'm panicking. Then as I see guys take him down, I'm like, oh, God, thankfully he didn't score. Then when the red card comes out, I'm like, oh, my God. We've had 48 games to get to this point, and I've gone and effed it up for everyone, just like that. But thankfully, in some ways, maybe because we just stumbled into the playoffs and we weren't playing well, but we were getting results, we didn't lose belief. Because we weren't, at that time, the team that was going to have 60, 70% possession anyway. We were happy to just do what we needed to do to win a game, because that's all we had been doing. And then the moment comes, we've been under pressure for ages, and then Junior does what he does down the wing, and then Richard Keogh makes a mistake and falls to Bobby on his left foot in front of goal at Wembley, his favourite spot, slaps that in the top corner. And I was on the halfway line, and I was on the side that all you could see are the QPR fans. So I saw the full scope of every fan jump up and start celebrating. So the relief hits me. I'm seeing everyone going nuts. I'm running to Bobby in the corner. Like, Bobby's my guy. Junior's my guy. So my people are involved in the big moment. And then from there's not enough time left for Derby to really mount a significant attack, especially because they only have one style of play, which is to get it down, bring it up slowly, and this, that, and the other. And we were just there, ready and waiting, everybody behind the ball. And, you could argue we stumbled into the Premier League, but stumbled we did. We fell forward. You know what I mean? And that day overall that day was incredible. And to know then, because when I came to QPR, I'd only ever been in the Premier League. So then to go down to the Championship, but earn the right to be back in the Premier League, I understood what it meant for people who were climbing the ladders and stuff like this. Because I was there and, I was playing there. But to earn the right to do it, we've played 49 games to get the chance to go back up there and play against those teams and to try and, have a different type of career now. It was absolutely incredible. And obviously I would never say to anybody that we deserve to win the game, but that's not the way football works. And we did what we needed to do to win the game, which basically sums up our whole 2013-14 season, I believe.
And what do you do as a, because obviously we're there as fans, and I found a video my mate took the other day of everyone going bonkers, like you said, at the final whistle. As a player, I mean, you're sort of drinking that in, you're jumping on other people. Your head must be sort of all over the place. And then what happens when you get in the dressing room? Just try and give us a sense of what happened.
It was just really, for me, it was really surreal. Some people might have done that before, but that was my first time being at Wembley and happened to win at Wembley. And I just didn't know what to do. Like, are we supposed to go out and get the trophy? Do we go back out and celebrate on the field? Do we get medals? Like, what do we do? You're hugging everyone. Like, where's the trophy? Can we take some pictures? Oh, I've got some medals. Do we take some pictures here? Like, you're trying to do everything in, like, the moments just passing by, and you're trying to do so much, but you don't know what to do because you're not there all the time. If you win it, if this is your fourth playoff final, you know the structure of it. We're not there all the time. Now, what's important? I'll get this shirt on, do this, I'll wear the beers. Oh, let's all hang around this. Let's put some music on. And it's hectic. But one thing, here's a confession for you again. One thing which I wanted to make sure I did was to be close to Hilly when we walked up the stairs to lift the trophy, because I knew that if I was, then I'll be immortalized forever, being right next to him as he's holding a trophy in his hand. And if you look at the pictures, I'm literally 2 people across, I think. So I'm very happy to be a part of that.